We hope you enjoyed the video and ask that you subscribe to the channel and our newsletter in the description below. Hatha Yoga refers to the exercises that aim at conserving and channeling your body's vital energies. Hatha Yoga originates from Sanskrit hatha, which means vital. It is a collection of poses that form part of the Vinyasa flow. A few of them include the tree pose as well as the bridge pose and the mountain pose. To learn more about these poses, read the articles below. There is also the possibility of understanding the basic principles for Vinyasa flow. Vinyasa flow. Vinyasa is the name that is used to describe the flow of postures of Hatha Yoga. The Sanskrit expression nyasa is to move in one particular method. The primary focus of Vinyasa Yoga is the development of awareness of breath during the exercises. Vinyasa Yoga can be practiced in many ways. Vinyasa is proven to have an effect on stress levels as well as mental well-being. Vinyasa helps the body to remove toxins and cleanses away waste and boosts immunity. It also improves circulation as well as activation of your lymphatic glands. Vinyasa Yoga offers multiple benefits beyond enhancing muscles and reducing stress. Vinyasa Yoga may help you sleep more comfortably by reducing pain and stiffness. Vinyasa Yoga classes usually include twists and balancing poses as well as forward folds. These are done in sync with breathing. These classes can result in intense. Before you attempt this kind of yoga, talk to your doctor in case you are suffering from knee or joint pains or have any other conditions. If performed in the wrong manner, Vinyasa Yoga poses can pose danger. While you can learn how to practice yoga in the beginning through Hatha Yoga, ensure that you have enough flexibility and knowledge in order to practice safely Vinyasa Yoga poses. Both types are helpful for developing and growing. Tree pose. Tree pose of Hatha Yoga is an inversion of the forward bend standing. The pose is a combination of flexibility and strength to create a balanced posture that's both contemplative and relaxing. This posture requires concentration and strength to sustain. There are a variety of variants of this pose. Even though it's referred to as something else by yoga teachers, however, the fundamentals remain identical. First, come to a standing position with legs open. Now, bend your left knee, then join your palms. Next, you should tilt your head back, looking toward the upwards. It is essential to be physically fit enough to perform this posture for at least an hour. There is a requirement to hire an instructor to teach this pose, however, you can take it up yourself with a bit of exercises. The ability to move your knees forward to be able to touch your toes can help you hold the posture over long periods of duration. After mastering the basics, after which you'll be able to move into more challenging postures. Once your body is comfortable, the inverted pose can be done best. Inverted poses are also applied to assist with muscle control and make it simpler to take a Hatha Yoga class in more difficult position. Pose of bridge. A basic yoga poses, bridge pose helps you to bring your body into alignment. This posture helps strengthen your back, the urogenital area, and buttocks, while strengthening the ankles, thighs, and buttocks. The exercise improves the pelvic range of motion as well as your vertebral column. It's an excellent option to increase your physical activity and to feel more comfortable. While you're in bridge pose, remember to take long, deep breaths. Deep breaths will help you keep the posture for longer. Breathing will allow your belly to stretch and expand. As your legs raise and your glutes relax and your hips relax, your legs will naturally lift and your shoulders will relax. If you suffer from problems with your shoulder or neck, you should seek medical advice prior to doing yoga. It is important to learn how to straighten and stretch your spine in order to reach the highest quality bridge pose. Additionally, you should remain within your limits. You might find that your hips can be elevated on certain days or lower on others. If you find it difficult for you to bend your knees, you can use blocks to aid in. The bridge pose, when done correctly, will strengthen the hip flexors as well as your spine. This is a gentle inversion. The physical shape of the pose gives it its name. It's a symbol of bridges or connections or even a transformation. You can also use it to bring about changes in your life. Mountain pose. To be able to perform this fundamental position, it is important to relax your arms in a balanced posture. This basic posture requires that the chin be parallel along with soft eyes and a relaxed throat. Deep breathing is important to ensure that you are able to maintain a soft and steady breath. The strength and stamina by practicing mountain poses correctly. Beginning at the top of the mountain, set your feet at an angle to ensure that your toes touch the surface. For some, mountain pose is difficult, but there are many different ways you can modify it in order to ease it. One example is to make your knees slightly bent to decrease the amount of strain on the knees. You can also try standing with your feet in a row or use a wall for support. Mountain pose is also known as Tadasana. This posture requires conscious awareness of the body. There is no movement required, which makes this an ideal meditation pose. The practice is employed by teachers to teach students the ways to perceive their body parts and raise their sense of self. It helps you to perform your daily chores as to have better health and an improved mental state. Mountain pose is among the fundamental yoga postures. It improves leg strength and helps improve posture. It may help ease back pain and ease tight muscles. Sun salutation. The sun salutation is an ancient Hatha Yoga posture, and there are several variations. In general, the sun salutation is performed while in Tadasana. The hands are aligned in Anjali Mudra. This hand motion is made using the hands wide and equally pressed. Participants in the sun salutation felt a sense of relaxation and calm in accordance with a research study. They also reported decreased negative thoughts and improved sleeping patterns. This practice is also thought as a way to lessen stress levels. This posture has many advantages. Surya Namaskar has been proved to enhance mental clarity and reduce anxiety in students, more so than the ones who did not. It is believed that the sun salutation is a balancing exercise that activates the energies in your body and clears your mind. Also, the body gets energized through the touch of at least one chakra, the most important pose. It's intended in honor of the Lord Sun. Sun salutation, a series of yoga postures traditionally done in the morning to express gratitude for the power of the sun, its warmth and light. It can be found here. This is usually the first sequence performed in an exercise. It boosts the circulation of the body and prepares practitioner for the day ahead. It also helps reduce stiffness and increase flexibility. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog in Hatha Yoga is a pose that requires the upper body to be solid. This position requires you to move your back and then open your chest. It's great for strengthening the upper part of your body as well as stimulating the brain, which improves memory, concentration, as well as eyesight. For making this posture easier, you can use blocks or straps. Also, you can try other variations such as the plank, one leg down dog in the dolphin posture. The downward facing dog is a difficult posture to master and requires good foundation and alignment. To attain a balance, extend the legs backwards in front of your knees. The necks of your legs and feet must be aligned with the floor. Your hands should sit slightly forward over your shoulders, with your hands set shoulder width away. The index fingers ought to be pointing ahead at 12 at night, and both fingers must be securely grasped. This pose has many benefits, including opening your chest and strengthening your chest. It can also help stretch your shoulders, wrists, and wrists. It also activates the chakra for the solar plexus and assists in removing imbalances within the body. This is an excellent starting pose and transitional position, as well as an ideal resting or relaxation pose. The downward facing dog of Hatha Yoga is a good stretch for shoulders as well as wrists. You should begin it on all fours before lowering your forearms toward the floor while keeping arms shoulder width apart. To prevent injuries and increase the effect of this stretch, ensure that you are taking slow breaths during this posture. We hope you enjoyed the video and ask that you subscribe to the channel and our newsletter in the description below. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. The best way to get started with yoga is to find a class near you and attend a few times. While most classes are oriented towards beginners, you'll likely have a few poses that feel awkward or challenging at first. You might also feel embarrassed or out of place at first, but everyone else in class has felt that way at some point too. Just go at your own pace and remember that everyone else is just as nervous as you are. In fact, some of the most common questions asked in yoga classes are, am I doing this right? And how do I do this pose? Here are some tips to help you get started with yoga. 1. Wear comfortable clothing that doesn't restrict movement. 2. Try not to worry too much about how you look, as most people in class are focused on themselves and their own practice rather than your form or appearance. 3. Don't be afraid of asking questions if something confuses you. Many instructors welcome questions from beginning students because they know it will help them feel more comfortable in class later on. In general, the purpose of yoga is to keep your body strong and healthy, your mind focused and balanced, and your spirit calm and peaceful. Yoga is a great way to relax and distress after a long day at work, or just get the blood flowing in your body before starting off your morning. It can also be used as an effective form of exercise if you are looking for something more than just stretching. If you have never tried yoga before, it is important to find a studio that is right for you. This may mean looking into different types of classes, such as Hatha Yoga or Vinyasa flow, or even different studios and instructors in your area. It can also be beneficial to try out a few different classes before deciding on one that works best with your schedule and goals. If you are just looking for a quick way to stretch out your muscles, trying yoga at home may be a good option. There are many different types of yoga available through DVDs or online videos, which can provide options for beginners and more advanced practitioners. For most people, the main reason for practicing yoga is to maintain or improve their health. These are known as Hatha Yoga poses as they are designed to help with everyday bodily pains or aches. There are many other types of yoga that focus on spiritual enlightenment or relaxation rather than exercise or health benefits. Yoga is a great way to relax and distress after a long day at work, or just get the blood flowing in your body before starting off your morning. It can also be used as an effective form of exercise if you are looking for something more than just stretching. For most people, the main reason for practicing yoga is to maintain or improve their health. In all matters, we wish you well and welcome you back for our next video. Until then, be well.